bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Are fine for Mandarin. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, yeah!
One of the funniest scenes in Dumb and Dumber, the infamous most annoying sound moment, wasn't even in the script. Jim Carrey made it up on the spot. Jeff Daniels almost loses it. But if you look closely, the guy stuck in the middle deserves an award for holding it together. Without him, this comedy gem might have never made it to the final cut. The iconic talking out of the butt moment in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective actually came from a wild improv Carrey did on the set of In Living Color.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Frustrated by Keenan Ivory Wayans turning down his sketches, Jim jokingly performed one using his backside, nearly sparking a fight. Later, when Carrey pitched the idea for Ace Ventura, the director loved it and decided it would be perfect for a police station scene.
Do you have a mint? Perhaps some Banaka?
Some loved it, but the scene was so wild that a few test audience members actually walked out. In The Truman Show, that moment when Truman draws a soap astronaut suit on the mirror, yeah, that's straight from Jim Carrey's morning routine. He admitted he'd often draw soap masks or full outfits at home and then stick his face right into them.
Proclaim this planet Trumania.
He even tried another take where he drew long curly hair in a dress, but it was the Truman Mania version that made it into the movie. In The Mask, Jim Carrey pulled off one of the most unexpected improvs when his character whipped out a condom during the balloon-making scene.
Sorry, wrong pocket.
He didn't stop there. He also ad-libbed the heart-shaped cigarette puff and the arrow shot from his nose in the Frenchman scene, turning it into one of the rare moments where special effects couldn't keep up with Carrey's wild creativity. In Sonic the Hedgehog, Jim Carrey completely improvised Dr. Robotnik's iconic dance scene. Not only that, but he also picked the song Evil Grows, a track he remembered from his childhood. Talk about villainy with a groove. Carrey's energy took the scene from crazy to unforgettable. In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the moment where the Grinch rips a tablecloth off without disturbing a single dish, totally improvised by Jim Carrey. The original plan was for him to cause a huge mess, but when everything stayed perfectly in place, Carrey just went with ad-libbing his way through the scene like a true pro. Jim Carrey ad-libbed tons of the funniest lines in Dumb and Dumber. For example, when he's leaving the hotel bar, he wasn't originally supposed to say anything, yet he improvised by glancing at a framed 1969 newspaper and delivering the iconic line.
No way! That's great! We landed on the moon!
One of the most memorable moments in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls is when Ace starts singing the theme song to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on his way to the consulate.
Pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you and our...
This happened because Jim Carrey forgot his lines and just started ad-libbing the song. Since both actors stayed in character without breaking, director Steve Odekirk loved it and decided to keep it in the final cut. Classic Carrey move, turning a mistake into a comedy masterpiece.
Mandarin, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, yeah!
During the medieval dinner scene in The Cable Guy, Jim Carrey unexpectedly channels Anthony Hopkins from The Silence of the Lambs, but with chicken skin.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
He drapes it over his face and chillingly delivers the iconic line, cracking up not just the audience, but also Matthew Broderick, who clearly wasn't ready for that level of weird brilliance.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
Oh, Lord.
In Me, Myself, and Irene, the moment when Jim Carrey's character asks his sons for a goodbye kiss wasn't in the script. It was totally improvised. One of them looks visibly stunned, and the guy at the end, yeah, he's clearly the most uncomfortable with it all. In another Dumb and Dumber moment, Jim Carrey improvised that weird scene outside the gas station just to mess with two random guys. They weren't extras or actors, just two dudes who happened to be inside the 7-Eleven while the crew was filming.
Hey, guys. Whoa, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
In Yes Man, the Can't Buy Me Love duet between Jim Carrey and Zooey Deschanel wasn't planned at all. The cameras just kept rolling, and what they caught was pure, unscripted chemistry between the two stars.
Say you don't need those diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied.
In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey came up with a bunch of the Grinch's funniest lines on the spot, including the classic dinner with me excuse. In that scene, he hilariously runs through his fake schedule just to dodge going back to Whoville.
5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again.
In Liar Liar, Jim Carrey's tumble on the sidewalk while rushing to his ex-wife's house wasn't planned at all. It was a real accident, but it was so perfectly in character, they decided to leave it in the final cut. In The Mask, there's a scene where Jim Carrey's character uses a frisbee to scoop up money, but the dog, Milo, unexpectedly grabs the frisbee mid-shot.
Hey, no. No.
Carrey just rolled with it, improvising on the spot, and that hilarious take made it into the final cut.
I'm coming. I'll be right there.
On the set of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey once stole director Ron Howard's hat and started impersonating his directing style.
Action! Brilliant! You reject your own nose because
because it represents the glitter of commercialism.
Howard found it so funny, he added a scene where the Grinch directs Max like a movie. Completely improvised and totally hilarious.
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
In Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, Jim Carrey's unexpected sneeze on that guy midline was totally unscripted. The director loved it so much, he left it in the final cut. In The Cable Guy, Jim Carrey's lisp as Chip Douglas is unforgettable. But during the big fight with Matthew Broderick, he gets punched and suddenly drops the lisp.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Steven.
This moment was not scripted. Carrey just forgot it, but rolled with it anyway, making the scene even more iconic.
My lisp is gone.
In Me, Myself, and Irene, when Charlie and Irene push the car off the cliff, Jim Carrey suddenly yells on 9 and races through the count like a maniac.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That line was totally improvised, and if you pause at the right moment, you'll catch Renee Zellweger looking genuinely thrown off. For a second, she's not acting. She's just trying to process whatever Jim's doing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
In Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, during the circus scene, Kate Winslet was told to vanish without Jim Carrey knowing. The result? A completely real reaction. Carrey's confused, heartbroken face wasn't acting.
Time.
In Fun with Dick and Jane, Jim Carrey hangs from the ceiling to hide, but when he drops down, he completely misses the desk and crashes to the floor. Instead of breaking character, Carrey just rolls with it, grabs the printout like nothing happened, and keeps going. It was so perfectly chaotic, they ended up keeping the whole thing in the movie. In Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, the bit where Ace yanks the cellist's arm, making him hit a wrong note, was totally improvised by Jim Carrey. In Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, when Klaus says, "Our parents just died," Jim Carrey, fully in character as Count Olaf, asks if he can redo the line because he forgot his next one.
Our parents just died.
Oh, yes, of course. How very, very awful. Wait. Let me do that one more time. Give me the line again.
The cameras kept rolling, and Carrey's flawless ad-lib fit the scene so perfectly, they left it in the final cut.
Wait. Let me do that one more time. Give me the line again. Quickly, while it's fresh in my mind.
Bruce Almighty was easily one of Jim Carrey's funniest films of the early 2000s. He got to unleash a bunch of his signature over-the-top antics, but in the final cut, they actually toned him down a bit, making his character more straight-laced. What got left on the cutting room floor, though, was pure vintage Carrey. Totally unhinged, wildly expressive, and exactly the kind of chaos fans love him for. Honestly, some of the best laughs never made it to theaters.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, are you eating that? Sorry.
In Liar Liar, when Jim Carrey steps into the elevator with an attractive woman, the adult jokes he makes were completely unscripted. They were so unexpected that even his co-stars behind the scenes couldn't keep a straight face. Carrey had everyone cracking up, including the crew.
New in the building?
Yeah, I just moved in Monday.
Oh, you like it so far?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's been real nice.
Well, that's because you have big jugs. I mean, your boobs are huge. I mean, I want to squeeze them.
Mama!